Anyways, yes, I wanted to share this beautiful sunset with you guys that I've just been looking at. Very last minute, how I just came to Canada and, it wasn't expected. I took an 11-hour flight, guys, to be here. I'm so blessed with this beautiful view that I wanted to share with you guys. As I discussed in this video, that I unfortunately, guys, I'm just quite sad. This was a emergency this was an emergency flight that I had to take that I did not expect to take. Unfortunately, guys, I'm a grand orphan now. I believe that's not even a term, but my last grandmother alive abruptly passed away. She abruptly died. She was quite sick, guys. She did have Alzheimer's for a very long time and ended up being like zombie like. It was so sad to see her turn into that phase in her life from what she was, coming from Ethiopia and coming from Yemen and coming to Canada. She lived a great life of 95 years, but the last 10 years, she was caged in by Alzheimer's. She was my only grandmother left. I am not only very close to my grandparents, but I feel like it's important to honor your grandparents and respect them and look after them because they live lives that are just so extraordinary that you just want to know. And so when we got the call Thursday that she had passed away, I booked tickets for my parents to come here immediately, and then I followed suit just to represent and support my dad because it's on my paternal side. Yeah, it's just extremely sad, and I just thought I'd share this kind of like, I don't know, sunny kind of sunset situation that's going on. I know there's a lot of background noise, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, definitely quite blue and sad that I've lost my only grandmother left, who was holding on for a very long time, a very strong soldier. And it was just a lot to deal with today, seeing the dead body and obviously, burying. And I made sure that I carried, her in her, box and her coffin before she was lowered into the ground, which we're all going to go one day in this life. So it's just sad. I feel blue. I feel a bit down, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to share this with you because I felt like I wanted to share it after the funeral so I could just do it like a mini vlog with you guys. Yeah, it's nice seeing family. It's nice being back in town. I'm not from Canada, I'm from London, but I just have dual because a lot of my family live here. Um, but yeah, it's just a sad day to lose people, especially your grandparents. I don't know what it is, but like when you lose your grandparents, you just feel like, especially when your last grandparent who was holding on for so long and you've lost so many others who I was close to. And now my grandmother's gone for my dad's side. It's just sad because I was close to her as well. And to see her body there was just very humbling experience. And that's why I ended up on the East Coast. I had every intention to remain in Europe and not to come to Canada or America. I was going to stay in Europe, but I ended up coming here because I felt like it was important to support my dad in this moment of time, and it definitely was needed because he was very emotional when the time came and the whole family came together. Seeing your dead mother, of course you're going to be emotional. Anybody would, and that's when you see your parents as children. That's when you see your parents as young children who love their mothers growing up, and it's just such a, I don't know, like it's just such a experience. It's just such an experience, guys. Even funerals themselves, sometimes I'm quite over emotional, but also I found like funerals very interesting because they bring people together. It's a very interesting environment to be in where there's so many conflicting emotions going on. Yeah, I don't know. Like it was just very sad that this took place, and sad that I had to come here on this trip with unfortunate circumstances, and just feeling blue today, and just kind of the idea of grief is something that you adapt to grief. You need grief. At the end of the day, we need grief in order to love those that we want. It's the root. Grief is the root of love, to be honest with you, when it comes to our disease, because you will never escape grief. You just adapt and get better to it. That's just the way it is. That's just the way I see it. And so just, I don't know, to lose my grandparents, I feel like I honor my grandparents so much. I keep them so close. I looked after them as well. Not my grandparent in Canada, but the ones in London I did before they passed away. I just feel like it's important to honor your grandparents so much. It speaks so much of somebody's character if I know that they support their grandparents, they look after their grandparents, they respect their grandparents, they visit their grandparents. Like it's a good judge of character when somebody does something like that. When I know people who do that, I know that they are just good people, or they have good hearts, or they have the time to do stuff like this. I don't know, a bit of a random different video, very different from the videos that I've been giving you guys in the past couple of days. But I wanted to just pause and lament and discuss grief and just that, yeah. I don't know. I feel very disorientated. Also, jet lag. It was an 11-hour flight. I'm not here for long, but yeah. What the hell am I doing in Canada, guys? That's one thing about life. It will wait for nobody. Life is good. Life will wait for no one. Do you understand? Time waits for no one. Anybody could pass any minute of the day. Nobody waits for no one, guys. I don't know. Rest in peace to my grandmother. Maybe I'll post about it. But I wanted to just, I don't know, talk about it whilst we saw this sunset behind me and everything going on. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are. I mean, don't know why I'm ending it like that. But yeah, I'm just sad. I'm just sad, guys. I'm honestly just sad because it's getting quite cold now. I'm gonna close the door. Um, yeah, it's honestly just sad. Like I feel quite blue and down. And because she was sick and unwell, like we knew this day would come, but even when the day comes, you're just never prepared, guys. Like you're just never prepared. Sad times.